name is Brian Craig, and this is where MAGA comes to talk. Dark MAGA mode engaged. Well, a lot is happening here. When I get to where I'm going, I'll be in some light. We'll disengage dark MAGA mode. A lot's going on here, and what I'm going to start with today at 6, of course, this is, and I already have the stream set up with the thumbnail there. Today is the 10th anniversary of Trump coming down the escalator to change everything, and that is very exciting, and I want to talk about that. And what the left are always trying to do is, and some of this is true with whatever Republican is in power or popular at any particular time, but what the left are always trying to do is smear and distract and manipulate. And I give you an example, and I'm going to talk more about this incident in Minnesota too, but as an example, the Army birthday. The weather had nothing but fake news about the weather in D.C. on Saturday. They were predicting 99% rain chance. Some said 100%, some said 99% rain chance. There was no rain. So what was the point of that? It's pretty obvious. They were trying to depress the turnout. So then yesterday, you saw all these talking points all over the place. Oh, there were only whatever number they made up in attendance at the Army parade Saturday. Well, if you spend 2 days, 3 days, telling everyone there's a 100% rain chance, a lot of people will stay home. They'll figure the fireworks won't be able to go off. They don't, and all of that. It was a total fake news manipulation to reduce the turnout at the Army parade. And that's, even the weather's fake news. And the president even talked about it. He's like, they're telling us what the weather's going to be like in 100 years, 200 years with their global warming BS. And they can even predict the day of, the day before. It's insane. But that's how the Democrats are. And it seems minor, but it's a problem with the media as a whole. That's just how they are. Yes, today is the 10th anniversary of President Trump coming down the escalator, so that is definitely something to celebrate, and we'll be celebrating that on the show this morning. Even the weather's fake news. What a disgrace for them to pull that crap, right? Don't you agree? Just a disgrace. I know. They're shameless. So, what's going on in Minnesota with this lunatic in Minnesota that they got? They're branding him MAGA, right? In fact, someone sent me a message this morning. Will you respond to the Minnesota shooter being a Christian nationalist? Now, what the freak do they even mean by Christian nationalist? But this guy's MAGA, I'm going to call bullshit on that one, okay? He was appointed to a post by Tim Walz. Tim Walz goes around appointing MAGA people. The only information we have that he is MAGA is from that guy in the Papa John's shirt that says that he was staying with him. And who's that guy? But since that guy said it, the media, because they want that to be the narrative, have jumped all over it. Now, he has this manifesto that not only will they got the guy, right? They won't release the manifesto or even the highlights of it. At least they haven't yet. If that guy was MAGA, do you think they would have released the manifesto or at least the bullet points from it, the summary of it? What do you think? The fact that they have not released the manifesto shows that he's not MAGA. Would you guys agree with that? I mean, this is just how the left operate. It's how they operate. It's how they always operate. Lies, deceptions, distractions, you know, and what they're basically trying to do each and every day is to smear Trump, right? So they're calling this guy MAGA, which is impossible, you know. And if you remember, the original story is this monster targeted these poor people because they voted. The story was they voted to cut the Medicaid to the illegals. How does that turn that guy into MAGA? So that's today's story. They thought they were going to get that thing with that idiot senator who rushed the Secretary of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem, in Los Angeles. That fizzled away. Oh my goodness. It's just all they try. And then the weather, of course, on Saturday, the fake news, 100% rain, not a drop at the parade. Just everything about the media is fake. Well, let me ask you, yes or no, do you trust Netanyahu at his word? Do you trust Netanyahu at his word? Yes or no on that one? No, not in general. No specifics, at least not yet. You know, here's the thing. I'm a strong supporter of Israel, but that doesn't mean I got to agree with everything Netanyahu says and does. Right? I mean, that's like saying because you didn't support Biden when he was president that you didn't support America. Oh, I trust Trump with my life, no doubt about it. I trust Trump with my life. I don't know about Israel, and I really don't know. I don't know if we can trust Netanyahu or not. There's no way to know. There's no way to know. But he's, you know, Netanyahu is definitely trying to get the country, the United States, on Israel's side. No question. No question. Early or late? They're probably, for the trolls, it's probably late. They probably have not been to bed yet. It's 4:55 a.m. here on the East Coast, Mar-a-Lago time. Make sure you subscribe if you're new to my channel. This is where MAGA comes to talk. No doubt about that. You know, I'm going to go to the other Starbucks. Hold on, guys. Or should I wait here? No, I'll wait here. The Starbucks that opens up earlier, the coffee they gave me the other day was not strong. It was weak. It didn't have all the espresso in it was supposed to. So I'm going to wait for this one to open, because they always do me right here. But then again, I made a mistake. This is a tough one. That'll be fine. The trolls are always up. You know, when the sun's not out, the trolls are always up. Don't worry about the trolls. But no, the media with this guy in Minnesota are so desperate to brand him MAGA. They can't see straight. They want to brand him MAGA so bad. And when it comes out that he's not, the story will fade away from the news real quick. No. There's a lot to talk about with Israel. There certainly is. Mm-hmm. And I'll cover a lot of it today on the show. But I'm going to open up celebrating the 10th year of Trump coming down the escalator. I mean, that is just spectacular. 10 years ago today. And think about it. 10 years of Trump dominating the news cycle each and every day and the political landscape, even the 4 years he was out of office. That's absolutely amazing. Yeah. Now, those of you that are paid Patreon supporters, don't forget, check out. I put up my documentary that I made at the No Kings event that I went to, interviewing all these lunatics. I put up a new video yesterday for the paid Patreon supporters. That was a vlog on my Father's Day with my daughter. My daughter took me out to a really cool restaurant for Father's Day, and I'm making another video this morning. I'm using this camera today. So make sure you guys check that out on Patreon. We're on the same page with Israel. I just don't know where this is going. You know, when we talk about the Iran-Israeli war, I just don't know where it's going. But you know, it's possible that these other Muslim countries that Trump has good relationships with want that Iranian regime out of power too, you know, because they haven't gotten too involved in what's going on, right? They've kind of stayed out of it. And that's significant for a major military action by Israel like this against a Muslim country. And this is full-out war between the two. This is not just an airstrike. This is all-out total war, it looks like to me. And I'm opposed to war. But, you know, hey, listen. You know, think about how psychotic the Iranians are, right? The Iranian regime, this is a war that Israel does not plan on stopping till they win it. And Iran broke off the talks with the United States, which shows that they have no interest in cooling this off. Well, so, you know, it's like, this is the deal. I mean, I understand the issues are different and they're all complex, and I'm not comparing the two directly, but sometimes there's two countries or two people that just can't get along. I mean, and they want to wipe each other out. Russia and Ukraine, they want to fight it till the end. And Israel and Iran, it's a similar thing. You know, there's some countries, some groups, you just can't get to agree on anything. And, you know, Iran, they have no interest that are financial. They just want Israel wiped out. So they're not going to stop until they do that. And Israel understands, as does the United States, that the huge threat that Iran is. I mean, Iran is behind all of this terrorism going on in the world, and they have been for decades. So, you know, that they've been in a constant state of war against us, and we just haven't wanted to accept it by them backing and supporting and funding all these terror cells around the world. So, you know, this was eventually going to happen. I'm just not crazy about the timing of it. Biden and Obama, they love the Iranians. They love them. I'm just not crazy about the timing of the whole thing. But, you know, what happened has happened. So we got to deal with what's going on, not what we wish would have happened or wish did not happen, right? I mean, that's just the way it works. Welcome, everyone. Make sure you subscribe if you are new to my channel. Yeah, I'm behind on my coffee. I've cut my coffee back. I have regular coffee in the mornings, and then I get the espresso when Starbucks opens up. I used to get 2 of the espresso things. Now I'm down to 1. But I haven't been able to weed off that last one. I wish I could, but every time I cut back, I feel it. The withdrawals. I can't handle the withdrawals. But no, the media, you know, listen, the media are always going to smear and distract from everything involving President Trump. They're going to try to downplay everything and destroy everything, the media and the left. That's just it. You cannot depend on the media for anything. And the media, they're pushing so hard on this Minnesota, the Minnesota incident is awful. But is it really a national story? It's, I understand in the beginning when it first happened, okay, wow, this is what's going on here. But is it really a national story? The only reason this Minnesota incident is a national story is because that guy that says that lived with him with the Papa John shirt said he's MAGA and voted for Trump, which makes no sense. And because of that, they are making a local state story in Minnesota a national story. It's as simple as that. What about the guy says MAGA? And I'll tell you another thing, too. They had that photograph that they're still showing in the news of him in the cowboy hat that they caught him after the incident. He doesn't look anything like that when they captured him. Is that really him in the cowboy hat? Doesn't look like him to me. I've looked at it a few times since they got him. Doesn't look like him at all to me. Is the story yes or no? Only a national story because the guy that was his roommate. What kind of married man has a roommate in the Papa John shirt said he voted for Trump? If that guy had not said that, would this still be the lead story in every... I'm not saying it wouldn't be in the news, but it's the lead story everywhere. I'm not making it the lead story for me. I'm going to talk about it like I am now, but that's why they're making it the lead. It's not that it shouldn't be in the news, but it's not the lead story. It's a local Minnesota story. But, they got their fingers crossed that he's MAGA. I seriously doubt Tim Walz is appointing MAGA people to anything. The media are in the business of one thing and one thing only right now. Trying to stop Trump. It's much more likely that he's a leftist, right? Minnesota, appointed by Walz. The people he victimized, these poor victims, my goodness, just what a terrible thing he did. They had voted against, they had voted to take Medicaid benefits away from illegals. Why would a MAGA person be upset by that? That doesn't even make sense. At the level that the story is, it's a national story, but a background story. It's not a lead story. And every news outlet has that story as the lead today. Right? Registered Republican, so's Liz Cheney. is a registered Republican, right? So's Nicole Wallace on MSNBC. Michael Steele on MSNBC was the head of the RNC. What does registered Republican mean? And I haven't seen his card. Have you seen his voter registration card? I haven't seen that. Right? So what does registered Republican mean? It means nothing. They told us Dylan Roof was registered Republican, and look what he did. Right? What does registered Republican mean? Right? Registered Republican is not MAGA. And a lot of times people switch registrations so they can vote in the primaries across party lines. If he is a registered Republican, and I've not seen his voter registration card, he very well could have become a Republican so he could vote for Nikki Haley in their primary. Who knows? Yeah. Some of the biggest never Trumpers are registered Republicans. Exactly. No, this guy's not MAGA. They want him to be MAGA. They want him to be. But is he? How do you know who he voted for? We don't know who he voted for. How do you know how anybody voted? Right? Exactly. They're just trying to get that narrative going. They want to get people in the media, people like me, taught, well, the guy's MAGA, he's a Republican, he voted for Trump. But this isn't what we're really about. That's BS. I don't buy any of that. That's why on the morning show, that's not the thumbnail. My thumbnail is celebrating Trump's 10th anniversary of coming down the escalator today. I'm going to talk about what I'm talking to you guys about now. I'm not going to put that guy in my thumbnail. Look at that crystal. They won't show us the manifesto that the guy wrote, but they sent out this crystal clear photo of him being arrested, trying to get everyone to talk about him. Give me a break. I'm not going to fall for that crap. I don't believe, because this guy in the Papa John shirt said he's MAGA. So explain to me why Tim Walz appointed a MAGA guy to anything. Can you explain that to me? Now, if you're new to my channel, make sure that you subscribe, all right? And if you're already subscribed, please like the video and click that notification bell, too. I'll have a new podcast today. I didn't do a podcast yesterday because it was Father's Day. Spent the day with my daughter. My daughter took me out to lunch. If you're a paid Patreon supporter, you can see I made a vlog of my Father's Day with my daughter. She took me to a super cool Korean barbecue. I love Korean barbecue. When I would visit her in Los Angeles, we would go to Korean barbecue. I didn't even know we had them in Florida. And she found one. It's pretty good. It was very deja vu-ish. I felt like I was in LA. Well, it's early in the morning. Give people a break on the typos. You know, it's like what at the top of the stream I was talking about this. The media are so desperate. They predicted 100% rain chance in D.C. It didn't rain a drop. Right? To discourage turnout. That's exactly why they did it. That's what they do. You know, the media, the left, are all dishonest. All they have are talking points, and no matter what, their talking points are their reality. Like, you know, like the people in here saying this guy in Minnesota voted for Trump. How do you know that? How do we know how he voted? Believe me, if he was MAGA, there'd be a picture of him in a MAGA hat, not a cowboy hat in the news. But I haven't seen that. Have you? No. Exactly. If he was MAGA, they would have released the manifesto. They haven't released the manifesto. I mean, this is Tim Walz, Minnesota. right? Believe me. Like Chauvin, I promise you Chauvin is a Democrat. Or they would have it all over the place that he was Republican. Now listen, make sure you subscribe if you're new to the channel, all right? My name is Brian. This is where MAGA comes to talk. I'm going to run, but I'll see you on the next